Hello friends, welcome to State Engineering Service Examination section of Winds of Change. We will cover so many questions from the civil engineering topic here from Expert IES. You may contact us at windsofchange2020@gmail.com, and for the study material you can download from the link given in the description box. You can subscribe to this channel to stay updated for more videos. You may like these videos if you feel useful for you and comment for any feedback. Welcome to 200 questions of wastewater engineering and air pollution. This is third video in the continuation of this topic in which we will cover question number 101 to 150. So let's begin. Question number 101. No treatment of sewage is given if the dilution factor is less than 150, between 150 to 200, between 200 to 300 or more than 500. There will be no treatment to the sewage that will be provided if the dilution factor is more than any of this value. So what will be the answer here? It will be D, that is more than 500. If the dilution factor is more than 500, then we will not provide any treatment to the sewage. What is dilution factor here? It is the discharge of the stream to the discharge of sewer. Next question. In septic tank, freeboard of 0.3 meter may be provided. The baffles or tees are extended to top level of scum. The clear space between the baffle top and covering slab is about 7.5 centimeter, or all of these. So here all of these are the correct statement. We have already explained about septic tank in the second video of this 200 questions, in which freeboard of 0.3 meter may be provided. Baffles of tees are extended up to the top level of the scum, and the clear space between the baffle top and the covering slab is about 7.5 centimeter. Next question. The maximum diameter of the sewer adopted in the design is 1 meter, 2 meter, 3 meter or 4 meter. So the diameter of the sewer, it varies from 15 centimeter to 300 centimeter. So maximum diameter will be 3 meter, that is 300 centimeter. Okay. Next question. In a sludge tank, the gas mainly produced is oxygen, nitrogen, hydrogen or carbon dioxide. In the sludge tank, which gas will be mainly produced? It is very easy question. The main gas that will be produced is carbon dioxide. Okay. I have explained about sludge tank and their process in the video of revision of wastewater engineering. You can visit to this video after watching this one from the link that is given in the description box. Next question. A 5-day BOD at 15 degrees Celsius of the sewage of a town is 100 kg per day. If the 5-day BOD per head at 15 degrees Celsius for standard sewage is 0.1 kg per day, the population equivalent is. So it is also very easy question. We just have to find out the population equivalent, which will be the sewage, that will be sewage, total sewage produced in the town upon per capita sewage consumption. That is the standard sewage, which is 0.1. So it will be 100 upon 0.1, that is it is 1000. So answer B will be the correct answer. And what is the population equivalent? Population equivalent is a parameter used in the conversion of the contribution of the waste from the industrial establishment for accepting into sanitary sewer system. The strength of industrial sewage is thus written as BOD5 equal to standard BOD5 of domestic sewage per person per day into population equivalent. Okay, so this is the definition of population equivalent. This is also very important. We have to memorize it. Very frequent questions are being asked from this topic. Next question. The gas which may cause explosion in the sewer is carbon dioxide, methane, ammonia or carbon monoxide. So we should know here that which one is the flammable gas here. Only one, the flammable gas that can be produced in the sewage is methane. So the answer will be B, that is methane. Next question. The rate of accumulation of sludge in a septic tank is recommended as 30 liter per person per year, 25 liter per person per year, 30 liter per person per month or 25 liter per person per month. It is also important question because this data is used for the design of the septic tank. Just think about it. It is 30 liter per person per year. It is very important. We should memorize it. 30 liter per person per year, that will be the rate of accumulation of sludge in a septic tank. Next question. In SI units, the power of sound is represented in kg, joules, Newton or watts. So power of sound, that can be represented, usually the intensity of sound is represented in decibel, but how the power of sound will be represented? It will be represented by watts. Okay, power will be represented in watts. Newton is the unit for force, joule is the unit for heat, and kgs is the unit of weight. So obviously watt is the unit of power. Next question. Disposal of sewage in the large cities is done in irrigation, dilution, oxidation or purification. So sewage from the large cities, how their disposal is done? Irrigation, which is not possible, it will be done by dilution. Okay, the sludge which will be produced from the city, that will be taken to the treatment process, and after that it is being discharged into a stream. So in the stream there will be a huge quantity of flow, and in the sludge will be having lesser quantity, so they both will get mixed with it, and there will be the process of dilution that will occur. After that, the stream polluted by the sewage, that will be self purified by natural sources. Next question. A well oxidized sewage contains nitrogen mainly as nitrates, nitrites, free ammonia or none of these. So here we are talking about well oxidized sewage. Well oxidized means that this should be the final stage of the nitrogen cycle. So what it will be? It will be nitrates. Okay. We starts from free ammonia, then nitrites are formed, then nitrates are formed in the nitrogen cycle. So nitrates are the most stable compound in the nitrogen family. Next question. The settlement of a particle in sedimentation tank is affected by velocity of flow, viscosity of water, size and shape of solid, or all of the above. So settlement of particle in sedimentation tank is affected by, we should know the formula for it. So the settlement of the particle in the sedimentation tank is affected by, answer will be all of these, where it will be depend upon velocity of flow, it will be depend on viscosity as well as the size and shape of the solids. Okay, it can be obtained from the settling velocity formula. The formula for settling velocity, you can find it out in the video of revision of wastewater engineering, the link of which is given in the description box. Next question. Skimming tanks are used to remove grease and oil, those from which sludge is skimmed out, tanks provided with self-cleansing screens, or improved version of grid chamber. So skimming tanks are used to remove the grease and oil. It is very well familiar and very easy question. Option A will be the correct one. Next question. Cowl is provided at lower end of the ventilating column, upper end of the ventilating column, upper end of the manhole, or first step in manhole. So cowl are provided, this is very important question. Cowl is provided at upper end of the ventilating column. You can see cowl looks like this. You may have seen it at the ventilating pipe. At the top of the ventilating pipe it is being provided. Next question. A drop manhole is provided if a sewer drops from a height, a branch sewer joins the main sewer at higher level, a lamp is inserted to check obstruction. So what will be the answer? It will be B, that is when a branch sewer is at higher elevation and the main sewer is at lower elevation and they both are had to intermixed with each other, then there will be a drop manhole that should be provided. In case of sewer drops from height, obviously there will be no manhole will be provided, and when the lamp is inserted to check the obstruction, that is called the lamp hole, not a manhole. Okay. Next question. The most widely used pump for lifting sewage is centrifugal pump, reciprocating pump, pneumatic ejector, or air pressure pump. So most widely used pump for lifting sewage is centrifugal pump. Usually we use the centrifugal pump only because of its higher discharge value. Next question. The grid chambers of sewage treatment plants are generally cleaned after 2 days, 7 days, 12 days or 14 days. This is also important. The grid chamber are cleaned after 14 days. Memorize it. Next question. Cement concrete sewers are only suitable if the non-scoring velocity is between 2.5 to 3 meter per second, 3 to 4, 3.5 to 4.5, or 4.5 to 5.5 meter per second. So the answer will be, we have explained about this in the previous video of this 200 question. You can watch it there, in which I have explained all the types of sieve with their material properties and non-scouring velocities. So here the answer will be A, that is 2.5 to 3 meter per second. In this also you can see here, for vitrified tiles and glazed bricks, this range lies from 4.5 to 5.5 meter per second. For cast iron sieve, 3.5 to 4.5 meter per second. This is the non-scouring or limiting velocity. For stoneware sieves, it is 3 to 4. For cement concrete sieve, it is 2.5 to 3. Ordinary brick lined sieve, it is 1.5 to 2.5, and for earthen channel, it is 0.6 to 1.2. So obviously highest value is for vitrified tiles and clay bricks, that type of sieve, and for cement concrete sieve, it is from 2.5 to 3 meter per second. Okay. Next question. Pick up the correct statement from the following. Maximum daily flow equal to 2 times of average daily flow. Minimum daily flow is 2/3 of the average daily flow. Or sievers are designed for minimum permissible velocity at minimum flow. So answer will be all of these. Maximum daily flow is 2 times of average daily flow for siever. Minimum daily flow is 2/3 of average daily flow. And sievers are designed for both maximum as well as minimum permissible velocity. So this will be also correct for minimum permissible velocity at minimum flow, so that there will be a minimum self-cleansing velocity that can be provided. Next question. Pick up the correct statement from the following. Small sievers are cleaned by flushing. Medium sievers are cleaned by cane rodding. Medium sievers may be cleaned by pills also, or all of these. So the correct statement will be all of these. In this, small sievers are easily cleaned by flushing process, in which a high pressure water is being applied so that all the obstruction are being flushed out. In the medium sievers, there can be cane rodding method. In the medium siever, it can be cleaned by pills. What are pills? Pills are the round wooden balls pushed downstream by the sewage. Okay. Next question. In sievers, the velocity of flow should not be more than self-cleansing velocity, less than self-cleansing velocity, less than 10 meter per second, or more than 20 meter per second. So the answer will be B, that is, it should not be less than self-cleansing velocity, it should be more than self-cleansing velocity, and it should be less than 10 meter as well as 20 meter per second, because the highest velocity that can exist in the siever, that should be 4.5 to 5 meter per second. Next question. Which one of the following resists hydrogen sulfide corrosion? RCC, cast iron, asbestos cement, or glazed ware? So the only one which can resist the hydrogen sulfide corrosion is glazed ware. That is option D will be the correct answer. Next question. The gas evolved in sievers is carbon dioxide, hydrogen sulfide, or methane, or all of these. So gas evolved in the siever is all of these. Carbon dioxide also produced, hydrogen sulfide is produced, and methane is the major constituent also. Next question. Pick up the correct statement from the following. The siever pipes of size less than 0.4 meter diameter are designed as running full at maximum discharge. The siever pipes of size greater than 0.4 meter diameter are designed as running 2/3 or 3/4 full at maximum discharge. The minimum design velocity of the siever pipe is taken as 0.8 meter per second, or all of these. So all of these are the correct statement here, and we should memorize all these statements because all the statement can be asked in a single question also. The siever pipe of size less than 0.4 meter diameter are designed as running full at maximum discharge. For less than 0.4 meter, we will design for full running full condition, and for diameter more than 0.4 meter, then we will design for 2/3 to 3/4 of the full, and for minimum design velocity of the siever should be 0.8 meter per second. Next question. Pick up the correct statement from the following. Anaerobic bacteria flourish in the absence of oxygen. Aerobic bacteria flourish in the presence of oxygen. Facultative bacteria flourish with or without oxygen, or all of these. So here the correct statement will be all of these. Obviously anaerobic bacteria works in the absence of oxygen, aerobic bacteria in the presence of oxygen, and facultative can act in both the cases. Okay. So D will be the correct answer. Next question, the ratio of maximum sewage flow to average sewage flow for mains up to 1 meter in diameter is. Maximum sewage flow to average sewage flow, we have to determine for diameter up to 1 meter, this value should be 1.5. Okay, maximum sewage flow is 1.5 times of average sewage flow. Memorize it, it is also important. Next question, the sewerage system originates from house sewer, lateral sewer, branch sewer or main sewer. Very easy question. The sewerage system will originate from house sewer only, then it will go to the lateral sewer. From that it will enter into branch sewer to main sewer. Main sewer to it will go for trunk and outfall sewer, where it will be taken to the treatment unit. Next question. The digested sludge from the septic tank is removed after a maximum period of 3 years, 3.5 years, 4 years or 5 years. So digested sludge that will be present in a septic tank in the bottom, that will be removed after 3 years. Okay, after 3 years we have to remove it. Next question. The underground sewers are more subjected to tensile force, compressive force, bending force or shearing force. It is very easy question. Obviously, if it is underground sewer, then it will be subjected to compressive force only, compression because of its self weight as well as the overburden load that can be of the vehicle also as well as the soil above it. Next question. The formula which accepts the value of rugosity coefficient n equals to 0.012 to be used in Manning's formula is given by. The formula that accepts this about n equal to 0.012, that is option B, that is Krim's and Brooks formula. Okay, it is not so important question. Next question, in detritus tank flow velocity is kept 0.09 meter per second, detention period is kept 3 to 4 minutes, organic and inorganic material are separated, or all of the above. So the answer will be all of the above. In the detritus tank, the flow velocity is kept 0.09 meter per second. Detention period is about 3 to 4 minutes. Organic and inorganic materials are separated. Next question. Jaldah nitrogen is a mixture of ammonia and nitrogen, nitrogen and organic nitrogen and ammonia. So the answer will be all of the above because it is a mixture of all of these. It is a mixture of presence of ammonia as well as normal nitrogen as well as organic nitrogen. Okay. Next question. The intensity of rain is expressed in centimeter per minute, centimeter per hour, centimeter per day, or none of these. So intensity of rain that can be expressed in centimeter per hour. You must be familiar with it. You may have seen a lots of questions in hydrology where the rainfall intensity has been provided in centimeter per hour. Next question. For sewers, inverted siphon is provided for 1 pipe, 2 pipe, 3 pipe or 4 pipe. So inverted siphon is provided for 3 pipes simultaneously. The answer will be C. Next question. For large sewers, maximum distance between the manholes may be 50 meter, 100 meter, 200 meter or 300 meter. So for large sewers, the maximum distance between manholes that can be provided is 300 meter. Option D will be the correct one. We should memorize it. It is also very important question. Next question. For the COD test of sewage, organic matter is oxidized by K2Cr2O7 in the presence of. This is also very important question in the COD test. COD test, we should read about the COD test. I have explained that in the video of wastewater engineering revision. You can watch it at this channel only. So here in the COD test, the organic matter is oxidized by K2Cr2O7 in the presence of H2SO4. Always remember it. K2Cr2O7 in the presence of H2SO4, that will be used for COD test. Next question. Pathogens or pathogenic bacteria in the water may cause typhoid, cholera, dysentery or all of the above. So all of the above will be the correct answer. Very easy question because pathogenic bacteria in water cause all these diseases, either typhoid or cholera or dysentery. Next question. Stoneware pipes are highly resistant to sulfide corrosion, highly impervious, hydraulically efficient because of their smooth interior surface, or specially suited to pressure pipes. So stone pipes are specially suited to pressure pipes. Okay, answer will be the D1, that is stoneware pipes are specially suited to pressure pipes. Next question. Pick up the correct statement from the following. The ratio of the quantity of the diluting water to that of the sewage is known as dilution factor. ratio of the quantity of diluting water to that of the sewage. That will be known as dilution factor. This is correct statement because it is used in the BOD calculation. The automatic purification of the polluted water is known as self-purification phenomenon. This is also easy question because of the natural sources only. The photosynthesis carried out in the presence of sunlight. Obviously, sunlight is the main source of photosynthesis. So, all of the above will be the correct answer. Next question, pick up the correct statement from the following. The water supply pipes carry pure water free from solid particles. This is a correct statement because in the water supply we do not have any solid particles present in it. These can directly be used for the human consumption. The water supply pipes get clogged if the flow velocity is less than self-cleansing velocity. This is an incorrect statement because this refers to the wastewater supply pipe. This is not for the water supply pipes. Okay, this is for the wastewater sewers which can be clogged if the velocity is less than self-cleansing velocity. The sewer may be carried up and down the hills and valleys. It is being said that sewer may be carried up and down the hills and valleys, which is not possible. It cannot be carried up and down the hills and valleys. The sewer pipes are generally laid along level hills. Why it cannot be laid about hills and valleys? Because the sewer runs in the influence of gravity. Okay, so if there will be up and down the hills, the sewer will not be able to flow because of the effect of gravity. The sewer pipes are generally laid along level hills, which is also not possible. We should have a gradient at which the sewer water can flow inside the pipe. So option A will be the correct answer. Next question. Sewer ventilating columns are generally placed at distance 150 meter to 300 meter, upper end of the branch sewers, every change in the size of sewers, or all of the above. So sewer ventilating columns, these are generally placed at distances 150 meter to 300 meter as well as upper end of the branch sewer or at every change in the size of the sewers. All of the above will be the correct answer. Next question. The coagulant which is generally not used for treating of sewage is alum, ferric chloride, ferric sulfate or chlorinated copras. So the coagulant which is generally not used for treating the sewage, that is A, that is alum. Alum is generally used in the water supply system in which it is used for the process of coagulation or flocculation. The main component that will be used in the sewage are ferric chloride, ferric sulfate or chlorinated copras as a coagulants. Next question. The spacing of manholes along the straight portion of the sewer is 300 meter. The diameter of the sewer may be 0.9 centimeter, 1.2 meter, 1.5 meter or or more than 1.5 meter. So what will be the answer here? It will be option D, that is it should be more than 1.5 meter. These are the recommendations in IS 4111 part 1 1991 which describes the spacing of the sewer with respect to diameter of the sewer. Up to 300 mm, the spacing should be at 45 meter. Up from 300 meter to 500 it is 75, 500 to 900 it is 90 meter, 900 to 1200 mm it is 120 meter and 1201 to 1500 it is 250 meter. More than 1500 it will be 300 meter. Okay, memorize it, it is also important. Next question. In a sludge digestion tank, if the moisture content of the sludge V1 liters is reduced from P1% to P2%, the volume V2 is. This is also important question. You can use directly this formula in this kind of numerical also. Answer will be option C, that is 100 minus P1 upon 100 minus P2 into V1. Okay, so we should memorize this formula if there has been two cases provided in which there will be sludge, that is V1 liters in the first one and P1 and P2 are the percentage in the first and the second case of the moisture content. Then the volume V2 will be 100 minus P1 upon 100 minus P2 into V1. Next question. In a grid chamber of sewage treatment plant, flow velocity 0.15 meter to 0.3 meter per second is kept. Depth of 0.9 meter to 1.2 meter is kept. 1 minute of the detention period is kept, or all of the above. So the answer will be all of the above. In the grid chamber, the flow velocity lies from 0.1 meter to 0.3 meter per second. Depth of 0.9 meter to 1.2 meter is kept, and 1 minute of the detention time is kept. Okay, detention time is around 40 seconds to 60 seconds, which is about 1 minute. Next question. The sludge does not contain wastewater from bathrooms, wash basin, kitchen sinks or toilets. So sludge does not contain waste from toilets. Those are the night soils. The rest are the wastewater that can be called as sludge also. Next question. Dry weather flow is average daily rate of flow, average monthly rate of flow, average annual rate of flow or water supply allowance per capita. So dry weather flow is water supply allowance per capita. Next question. The pH value of the sewage is determined with the help of Imhoff cone, turbid meter, potentiometer or none of these. It is also very important question. pH value of the sewage that can be determined by using potentiometer. Answer C will be the correct answer. We should memorize it. It is very important question. It can be asked in any examination. The pH value of the sewage is determined with the help of potentiometer. Next question. Drop manholes at the junctions of the sewer lines are provided if invert level of the branch sewer is more than 60 cm that of the main sewer, or sewer lines run along the main road, or ordinary manholes cannot be built, or two sewer lines intersect. So the answer will be A, that is drop manholes at the junction of the sewer lines are provided if the inverted level of the branch sewer is more than 60 cm that of the main sewer. Then only the drop manholes are provided. Next question. It is customary to design a sewer for dry weather flow on the basis of average demand, twice the average demand, thrice the average demand or 4 times the average demand. So the sewer is designed for dry weather flow on the basis of thrice the average demand, 3 times the average demand. Okay, so here we will finish with the 150th question and we will come up with the question from 151 to 200 in the next video. Till that, subscribe to this channel, download the app and stay updated.